welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, episode 50-something.
58.
58.
I think.
This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. I'm pretty sure it's 58.
Sam and I need... Wait, have we been able to post these videos yet?
Only the very first one from my phone.
Only the very first. Okay, we need it. So, number one, we got to figure out how to get these videos posted on YouTube because we got a bunch of them now.
Yeah, I'll probably work on that this afternoon, by the way.
All right.
Just don't distract me with your silly things like always.
And then number two, we need to find out a good system for sitting here and stands for the mics and shit.
Yeah, I have to sit in a really uncomfortable way, and your mic just likes to float up.
Yeah, it would be nice if they didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So don't really know the answer to it yet, but I think we're going to figure it out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
You should have some time at work this week.
No, I won't.
Your dad should have some time at work this week.
He most likely will be working, he will be working way harder than me.
No, fine. Anyways, what's new with you?
I think you'll have some time after work.
I got videos to try and figure out how to post and edit.
Anyways, what's up?
What's new with you, Shaun? We're both drinking coffee. We're sorry.
You know, we could put that table, my desk, in front of us and mount it to there. I don't know if that'd be comfy or not.
If the table's in front of us, we might as well use the stands.
Oh, like the little things?
Yeah. I think my mic is the only one that doesn't have one of those, though.
That makes sense. What's new, did you say?
Yeah.
I don't really know, Sam. What is new?
When did we record last?
For Friday.
Oh, Thursday night. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, not a lot has happened.
No.
Cryptos went on sale even more, I
But
think.
they are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. Luckily, Daddy was able to transfer some money and get some stuff bought. I did keep out a good amount, though, that's in Tether, a.k.a. cash, because I'm waiting for Bitcoin to get to around 30,000 and Ethereum to get to around 1,500. If those things happen, I'll be very happy.
Yeah.
And very sad at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that because you already have
cool?
some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an ebb and flow. One thing I would like to do is to get a hard wallet.
A hard wallet.
Yeah, so like.
Is that to store it in and then you gain interest on it?
No. Hard wallet would be like let's say we buy a coin. You know, let's say we buy an Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know how I send money in between my Coinbase and my KuCoin?
Yeah.
I could send money from one of those onto a hard wallet.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Instead of a digital wallet,
yeah,
a hard wallet, and then I have that hard drive. So that's like the guy that had the 1,000 Bitcoin on his PC monitor that he threw in the trash.
Yep.
And now he's trying to find that monitor because that's the only way he can have it.
Not a monitor, but close.
Or
it was on his hard drive.
Drive. So it's very similar to like having gold or cash. If you lose it, you're SOL. But it also isn't online. It's on your person. So you have control.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's just... I have a lot of faith in KuCoin, and I don't think they would do anything. But I was seeing that in China... they put a hold, I think it was China, maybe it was a city in China. They put a hold on people's crypto trading. They just, the online platform they can use, they just put a lock on it so no one could trade or get their money out.
That's China, though. They're a little more strict, I think.
They're a little more strict, but if you look at the way we're moving, we are moving a lot more towards a society like that.
Yeah, I have a little faith in humanity that there'd be a giant uproar before that happens. I
don't.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
We will. Yeah. So it's just, it makes you feel a little safer.
Yeah, I could see that. I do have two little things.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
Everyone, if you look right here, you can see it in the video. Added a new piece to my Lego set. there. And then actually over here behind me, I have another book. Well, not an actual book.
A Harry Potter book.
A Harry Potter Lego book.
So if we can get our videos up and rolling, everybody could see that.
100%.
Now we just need to get the videos up and rolling.
I could start posting those on our Instagram.
You could indeed.
Because then our Instagram could be about lifting, business, cars, Legos.
Yep, and the podcast is about cryptos.
Yep, there we go. What are we talking about today, Sean?
We're going to talk about a little bit of a supplementation, folks call it.
Mm-hmm. And we're talking about regular supplements, right? Not.
We're talking about supplements.
That didn't answer my question.
Sups, baby.
Anyways. So what type of different supplements are there, Sean?
Boy, there is a slew of supplements. Today we'll talk about the general public type of supplementation, as in protein. Mm-hmm. So different types of proteins. And then pre-workout type. Mm-hmm. There's amino acids. Mm-hmm. Carbolin, which is good, or like meal replacement stuff too. Mm-hmm. There's that.
Vitamins.
Vitamins is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Let's start out with the beginning of the workout.
Okay.
So pre-workout, do we take it?
You do. I don't.
Correct. Yeah, I take amino energy. Wow. Mm-hmm. Words. I just like it because it gives me that little extra caffeine boost that I need to like have a good, fulfilling workout. Mm-hmm. Sean can just go with a cup of coffee and be good and just like.
I don't even need a cup of coffee. I'll go with a glass of water.
Yeah, I just can't do that. I need the boost. And maybe it's because I say that it's in my mindset. Mm-hmm. But it's okay.
I spent, I think when I was 15, I learned what protein was and what pre-workout was. So at 15, I started using supplements. Not that it's a big... Oh, and creatine. We can't forget creatine.
Oh, yeah.
I used to eat that shit like it was candy until I found better stuff. But whatever.
We'll get to that.
So I think supplements have their place. I think they are great in their way. So I started taking pre-workout when I was about 15. Mm-hmm. And I continued taking pre-workout until I was probably... Was I still taking it when I knew you?
Yeah, because you would get... Well, the amino energy you would take.
I was taking other stuff too, though, wasn't I?
No.
No? I was just doing amino energy.
Yeah, I think you were just ending it because it would give you an upset stomach while you were at the gym.
Yeah, so I started when I was like 15, and I would take pre-workout before every workout. And I did that from like 15 to 21. And then I started, like, I didn't start, no, I knew every time I took pre-workout, I would take a shit right away. Like, boom, upset stomach, gotta take a shit. And so everyone knew, like, as soon as I got to the gym, I just had to visit the bathroom first. And then,
And then it became, like, a trigger for you. Like, his body...
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even need to take pre-workout. For 3 years following. 3 years.
Still,
not even, don't even say still, that's a lie. That's a lie.
In the afternoon gym sessions, yes. We haven't done them in like a couple months, so...
No.
But there is still occasional times we'll get to the gym instantly. Sean's just like, I have to go poo.
Occasionally, but it's not a trigger anymore like it used to be.
It was bad. Literally, his body would see the gym and he'd be like, I gotta go poo.
So I did that for, essentially, I did it for 6 years. On average, I trained 4 to 5 days a week for 6 years straight. So, boom, every single time, pre-workout, gotta take a shit. Okay, so then for the next, 3 years, when I got off of pre-workout, quit using pre-workouts, I would still, as soon as I got to the gym, I'd need a shit. Mm-hmm. Boom. And that's how it was for 3 years following. I broke that habit in, I think it was 2020 is when I quit having to do that. So don't at me, Sam. 'Cause
I think
I ain't having that shit.
I think it was this year.
I don't give a shit. Whatever. Maybe it was 4 years. I don't know.
Well, you do give a shit. Ha 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 ha.
So anyhow, I loved the like tingling and amped upness I got from pre-workout. But the downside was upset stomach, the massive crashes I would have after the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I would get really bad brain fog. And I'd kind of be like walking around the gym like dazed and confused.
That's crazy. And I think you just have to find something like that works for you. So that's what like amino energy works really well for me. And I could take it in the morning or in the afternoons whenever we work out. But I usually I kind of coast it. So I don't drink it, especially in the mornings. I don't drink it all while I'm at the gym. I kind of just keep sipping on it up until, I mean, we go work out at 6, so I'll keep drinking until about 9. So that way I don't get that caffeine crash, which is really nice.
I am incapable of doing that.
But I can't use it as like a caffeine replacement in the mornings. Because there was a little bit of time in college when I tried that. And eventually it stopped working for a little bit.
Oh, for sure it does. Well, and you get used to them too. I mean, you can pound. I remember when I used to pound like I just a bunch of different stuff, but one of them was 1MR, and I would take a scoop, and then pretty soon, one scoop wasn't doing it, so you're taking a scoop and a half. Pretty soon that wasn't doing it, so you're taking 2 scoops, and then you're like, holy shit, dude, I don't even like this. Doesn't even do anything for me anymore. So then you switch brands, you try something else, and then you go back to that. There's definitely a level of like your body gets used to it. Same with drinking coffee though, or like energy drinks.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the more you get used to it, the more you need.
Shaun and I are very, very conscious of how much caffeine we take. We are.
No, I know.
So like lately now, if we go to the gym in the morning, I don't drink a cup of coffee, or I'll drink like a half a cup of coffee. I mean, my aminos only have 150 mgs of caffeine in it, which is pretty average for like a Monster energy drink now. But if I drink one of those, I won't have like a Monster or anything in the afternoon if I need it. The most I would have would probably be a tea or a cup of coffee later in the afternoon. So we're pretty conscious of that. But yeah, I mean, I love amino energy. I think it's my all-time favorite. I've never tried anything else though. That's the only thing it's worked, so I stuck with it. But there's other brands like C4 and
oh geez, there's 100 different brands you can use.
So I'd highly suggest, like, if you want to try it, like, see if you can get like a sample pack of something, or if you know someone who uses it, like, ask if you can try theirs, because otherwise it's a waste to buy a whole container of it.
Don't be a little bitch. Get a container. Start slapping that shit in your face.
But so yeah, it just depends on if you need like that extra boost to get you through the workout or not.
I decided I'm an adult and I don't need it anymore because I have enough mental strength to get through a workout.
Onto that, I'm gonna add Carbolin.
Before we're doing pre-workout, right?
Yeah.
Carbolin's a good one. Yeah.
Yep. So Carbolin is powdered carbs, pretty much.
Yeah,
which is then liquid carbs.
It's a mixture. It's just powder, and it's a mixture of dextrose, rice, and like potato starch or something.
So now I've been adding that to my amino energies in the morning, and we have just like the plain flavorless kind. And it just is so I don't feel sick while working out. Because it like fills you up. It makes you not hungry.
Well, it fills you up, and it's also carbs, and your body fuels off of carbs when you're training. So
yeah, carbs and sugar.
It's really good. Like so, it's
either good before your workout or like right after.
Carbolin, honestly, you can do before, during, after. As long as like you have that window. Carbolin is like it should be used like a 30-minute window before or after or during your workout, right? So 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after, you can have Carbolin. Up to, I should say, maybe 45 minutes on each end, whatever your body's comfortable with. But when you're working out, your body uses that sugar.
Mm-hmm.
It uses those carbs. And then same thing afterwards, it eats that shit up.
Yeah, for energy, yeah.
Yeah, so like here's a phenomenal way. Like a phenomenal way if you have a sweet tooth or if you want to eat extra carbs, say you love lasagna or something. Like we just did it with cinnamon roll yesterday.
Oh,
like,
yeah. We had a really hard workout.
Yeah, I went and crushed an hour and a half workout. Went and smashed an hour and a half workout. Fucking dead, drained. I was like spent. I needed something to like fuel me back up. So I really wanted a goddamn cinnamon roll. So we went to Mom's Kitchen, had a cinnamon roll, had...
Actually, our breakfast was very healthy there.
Yeah, like hash browns, eggs, sausage, or hash brown, eggs, bacon, and bread. But, so like if you want to eat an excess of carbs or sweet shit that isn't like healthy for you, things like that, smash it directly after a workout because your body just...
It'll burn it right away.
It burns it right. It feeds off of that. Mm-hmm. Where if it's midday, you haven't worked out, you decide to eat a donut because you're a piece of shit, and then boom, dude, you just stored all that. You just stored all that sugar. You know, so it's a like it's called like carb timing.
Yeah.
And it's like a great way to have cheat meals or extra carbs and utilize them so that it doesn't affect your body.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can have carbolin to help words. Oh yeah. So I take it so I'm not so hungry in the morning because otherwise I get really sick at the gym because we don't eat before we go. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll have rice cakes or something, but that's not
usually
enough.
Have a rice cake with some peanut butter.
And you can get flavored ones too, so if you want to...
I got the fruit punch one. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you want to smash one of those after your workout or something. Mm-hmm. What is it, Matt? Was it Matt Frazier that says he drinks like a bottle of Coke right after? Didn't like his trainer tell him to start doing that?
Oh, Snickers and Coke. So
yeah. So it's like
Coca-Cola.
that concept kind of.
Yeah, it's that for like high level athletes who train a bunch. I mean, it's honestly for people who train. It's for people who train hard, that aren't obese. Because when you're obese,
you have enough fat and stuff stored.
Yeah, fat reserves that it's gonna burn. So fat people, please don't jump in here and go, well, I can drink a Coke after I work out. No, focus on losing weight. But I'm saying like fit people who train super hard. You can drink a soda. Mm-hmm. You crash your blood sugars. It's the same thing if people take insulin, if they're diabetic or they take insulin recreational. your blood sugar, might go down. And so a great way to do it, a great thing to do is to eat sugar. Mm-hmm. To spike your blood sugars back up. So just keep that in, like, there's ways to do things that are healthy.
Yeah, productive for your body.
Productive for your body. Like, a Coke isn't healthy, but it can be. It can be good for you. Mm-hmm. It's really good for a diabetic in situations.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they take their shot of insulin. They don't have any food around. Well, hey, buddy, smash a fucking Coca-Cola. When we were in Asia...
Oh, yeah, Sean's sugars tanked.
Yeah, so I used to experiment with stuff, and I was at a weight where I needed to consume sugar or, like, carbs throughout the day I'd have to consume.
Sean literally had to eat, like, every 2 hours, otherwise he died.
So my blood sugars were, like, crashing significantly because I hadn't eaten. Dude, I bet you it was 6 hours.
Yeah, it was
so
wild.
I hadn't eaten for like 6 hours, and we were doing activities all day long. It wasn't like I was sleeping, right? Because that's completely different. It's like I was doing physical activity for 6 hours, and I didn't have food. And usually, if I'm doing physical activity, I'd have it every 3 hours. And so I hit about hour 6. And I was getting sick. I started like seeing black splotches. Like I was about ready to pass out from my blood sugars getting too low. So we were waiting for a bus, and so I just walked straight in to there was like a little convenience store. I walked straight in. I bought a Coke. I slammed the whole Coke. I'm not even kidding you. Within 3, maybe 5 minutes, I was fine.
Yeah.
But I was like verge of passing out, blacking out. I'm sure diabetics would understand this 100%. I went in, grabbed a Coke, slammed it, boom, and I was good to go. So relate this back to what we're talking about. There are ways when you're training really hard that you can have things that otherwise would be unhealthy, and you can make them a healthy thing.
Yeah. So what's next? Protein?
So that's pre-workout. We touched on, and now intra workout is during, right? Intra means during.
Sure.
Intra workout during. You can drink amino acids if you want. I know of people that do that. I don't really. I just like drinking water because it goes down really easy, and I like staying hydrated. Mm-hmm. And if you're, especially if you're lifting weights and working out, the more water you drink, the more filled up your muscles get. And so if you can like keep slamming water throughout your workout, you get a better pump.
Yeah, I'm a psychopath. I can't drink water while I work out.
Yeah, so I slam water when I work out. I just want to feel full.
Yeah, Shaun and I are very different in that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, my arms will freaking pump up. My legs will pump up, and then I'll just be sitting there with a fat gut because I just pounded a quarter gallon of water.
Yeah. So either of those work for during workouts.
Yep. Ooh, pre-workout. This one, one more pre-workout. Bronchade.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so if you have like bronchitis, Bronchade, it helps open up your airways. It also increases your heart rate a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend taking Bronchade if you're doing like high levels of cardio, long distance cardio. But I used to love it for deadlifting, to help get my air. So I would take a Bronchade pill. It's kind of like a very low dose Adderall type of thing.
Yeah, it just really oxygenates your blood.
Yeah. Yep.
So it helps like your mind really focus, and it makes you feel really good.
Oh, phenomenal! And so if you take a Bronchade, a cup of coffee, and a Tylenol for a blood thinner, because then the caffeine runs through your blood, so you can do it like pretty healthily, right? Like a cup of coffee, very minimal calorie, very like quite a healthy thing. So take a Tylenol, a Bronchade, and a cup of coffee, and that'll be like a better, healthier alternative to most pre-workouts.
Yeah.
I don't do it every day though. Only do it like I would do it like on my leg days. So don't do this shit every day.
Yeah, and the other issue is it's also used in meth or something. So it's a controlled substance.
Yeah, you can only buy certain amounts of it. You can't buy a bunch of it.
And they ID you when you buy it.
Yeah, so that use supplements. They're not meant to be used like every day. Yeah. They're meant to be supplemented.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about that. Okay. Anyways, are we on the protein now?
So yeah, post workout. Yep.
So
people believe you need to have a protein shake after you work out. You really don't.
I honestly don't 50% of the time.
There's not a massive benefit. It's actually better to have like sugar or carbs after your workout.
Yeah.
I don't really know how things got to where people say you want protein after a workout and not carbs. I don't know where this thing came in at, but it's good to replenish your fuel when you're done. And typically it's better to do it with carbs. Also, that depends on how hard of a workout you had.
Right.
These things are workout dependent.
Do you think it's because protein helps build muscle, doesn't it?
Protein helps build muscle. And I think that's where, like, the big thing comes is protein helps build muscle, so let's have protein right after the workout.
Yeah.
But it's also really good to have, like, carbs right after a workout. So I personally think...
So maybe it's because protein helps build the muscle that you just worked on, and then carbs helps restore all the fuel that you use. And
I also think carbs help it transport it faster.
Maybe.
Like sugars and shit. I don't know. I could be way off on that.
I didn't study the human body. I studied other things.
Yeah. I just read a lot of forums.
So there's two different types of protein. There's soy and whey.
No, there's a
there's
dozen.
more?
There's a bunch of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the pea protein, soy protein, whey protein.
Oh, yeah, because we get whey isolate.
Egg protein. Yeah, there's so many different types of proteins.
I feel like the main two are soy and whey, though, aren't they?
They are pretty big ones, yeah. Yep. I prefer whey. Because soy increases your estrogen.
Yep.
Soy is actually proven to increase estrogen.
Makes you doughy.
Doughy. And what hurts lifting, right? So like if you're gaining muscle, testosterone helps, estrogen hurts. Typically, that's kind of like a broad way of thinking about it, right? But if you're eating soy and soy increases your estrogen, probably not that good for you. Right. I like to stick to things that are most likely going to increase my testosterone, because that obviously makes for more muscle building and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's because we learned in prisons in the U.S.
Yep.
They just pump a whole bunch of soy in the food that they give the prisoners because it helps boost their estrogen, so they don't fight and get as aggressive as much.
Yeah, so the soy's actually dual purpose in prisons. Number one, super cheap food source.
Yeah.
Super cheap food source. Number two, you keep everybody kind of fat and lazy.
Yeah.
Estrogen, that higher estrogen. So.
And the people like we talked to, they even said like you can tell because once people get in the prison, like they gain weight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's yeah. Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, we use specifically, what brand is it?
ISO 100.
ISO 100.
Dymatize ISO 100.
Yep. I'm a Fruity Pebbles person. Tastes like Fruity Pebbles, like the milk right afterwards. It's so good.
I've heard things in the past like, oh, you want to get as many proteins, because there's like concentrate, isolate, casein, and then some other shit. And I've heard like, oh, the more proteins you have in a protein mix, the better, So if you can get over 3 different types of proteins and soy in there, so that I think the person I was talking to wanted there to be like 5 to 6 different types of protein in it to make it a good protein.
Interesting.
My big thing is isolate. I only use the supplement for right after the gym. I personally do take protein because after a workout, I'm usually pretty tired, and it's an easy way to just pound some essentially food, because I don't live right next to the gym. I don't just get home and eat right away, so I can pound a protein shake and eat in 45 minutes. Depending on what kind of workouts I do, I can also have a drink of carb blend afterwards. That'd be workout dependent though.
Yeah, I drink it for like not a meal replacement, but like a snack.
The protein?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They're good snackies.
Yeah. Yep.
Because when I work, I work 7 to 3:30, sometimes 4. And I like to take my lunch at 1 because then I only have 2 hours left once I get back. So I always have to take a protein shake at around 11:30 just to get me to make it to lunch.
Yep. I mean, they're good. They're a good supplement. They're a good thing to add.
They really are.
And you can also do that with like meal replacement shakes and stuff like that. I just get very hesitant. So why I take ISO 100? It doesn't have a crazy amount of ingredients. A lot of the stuff I use, I try to keep the ingredient count low, just because I don't like so much junk in my food.
That's why we shop at Aldi too.
Yeah, a lot. Like most of the stuff we do, we keep the ingredient label pretty low.
Yeah.
So that's a big reason I take ISO 100.
But we've taken a couple other brands, and they all do the same thing, really.
They all do the same thing. I just like low amounts of ingredients, and I like the flavor of it.
Yeah. That is, yeah. I used to do cookies and cream, and then when they came out with the Fruity Pebbles, I don't think I can go back.
No, and I did chocolate, but now they came out with Cocoa Pebbles, and I'm sold.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on Cocoa Pebbles for life. If they discontinue that, I'm going to quit lifting. Won't be a point of it.
And then, is it lastly casein? Or do we have
yeah.
some
So
other things?
well, there's about casein is a slow release protein over 8 hours. And they recommend taking that before bed.
And we've done that a couple times. Our main issue with that one is it like when we wake up in the morning, we're starving to the point where we're both like sick.
Yeah. So casein, what it does apparently, right, is it keeps your metabolism working all night long. And so you drink this casein, you go to bed, and it works all night long. The problem is, if that actually happens, dude, we get up and we are hungry. Like I want to throw up. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, like and it's honestly the worst because we're both feeling just so shitty. It's so hard to even make food.
Yeah. You just want to eat shit right when you get up.
Yeah, it's bad.
I
do know the video game people I listen to. One of them, he said he's like never hungry. He just like keeps losing weight because he just never feels hungry. So he actually was recommended to drink those at night, which now he does. So whenever he drinks those at night, he is then hungry in the morning. So he's been able to like put weight back on because he takes those. So it definitely works for some people. Like it does a good purpose.
I think so. But so here's why I don't. There's one massive reason I do not use casein. And that's because of intermediate fasting. So I don't intermediate fast. I have before multiple times. And if you're trying to lose weight, dude, intermediate fast. Oh my God, it's the easiest way to lose weight. So easy to lose. You just peel. And obviously, watching your carb count is also massive. But intermediate fasting, oh, it's beautiful. But just following that concept that like you want to give your body a rest. And I learned that after having pancreatitis. It's good to give your body a rest. And so I cut back from my eating because I would eat every 3 hours. I would eat right before bed at about 11 o'clock. And I'd wake up and I'd be eating at 7. So I was always eating. And then I started so after pancreatitis and stuff, I started intermediate fasting. I cut out a lot of my bad carbs. I cut out really fatty meats.
A lot of fast food.
I cut out a lot of fast food. And, aside from losing 40 pounds within a couple months, boy, do you just feel so much healthier.
Yeah, it does make you feel good.
So letting your body rest is super important. I think it is. I don't intermediate fast now because we get up and work out at 6 a.m. And then also I get done working at 7 p.m. I get done working out at 7 p.m. depending on the nights. So it doesn't really give me a great window. I could stop eating about 8 p.m. and start eating at like 7:38.
Yeah.
I can make it about 12 hours, but it's not ideal for me. So
they recommend 16, but they said anything over
12 you can
right.
benefit from. 16's ideal.
Yeah.
So depending on how I laid out my life, I don't know, I love working out in the morning.
Yeah, we've been way more consistent with working out in the morning than we've had with other things.
I mean, there's nights I quit eating at 5 p.m. though. But then no, I can't even say that because I have a rice cake right before the gym.
Yep.
So intermediate fasting for me is very difficult. If you are not a morning workout person though, and you are trying to lose weight or just be healthy, I highly recommend intermediate fasting.
Yeah.
Fuck supplements, guys.
Intermediate fasting was fun.
Dude, if you follow a good diet, supplements don't matter.
Yeah, what is it? Like 80% of working out is like food related?
Health. So like 80% of health is diet.
Yeah.
Like 5% is supplementation.
Well, I would include that in the diet. Because then it wouldn't be like 10% is working out and 10% is mental.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's something like that. But yeah, so maybe 80% diet supplementation, 5 to 10% mental, and then 10% is working out.
Yeah.
Being healthy is predominantly diet.
Yeah, it's so much diet. Sean and I can really tell when our diet's going to shit because
God.
instantly we just feel like shit.
You brain fog,
Bloated.
Oh my God.
We're always so tired.
Yep. Yeah, sluggish. Oof.
Honestly, guys, like we love being healthy. We really do. But it's funny at times because like we sometimes just want to go get like a Burger King sandwich. But now like because we've been so healthy, we can't even do that. We can't even enjoy that anymore.
Well, we do still do it, but it's not enjoyable because we usually feel like shit afterwards.
So bad.
Let's say if I eat a whole cinnamon roll right now, I'll feel like I'll feel awful.
If it's right after a workout?
If it's right after a hard workout. Right after a hard workout, I'm good.
Yeah.
So
we can't even like drink that much.
No, you have a beer too. Ooh, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel bad after a couple beers.
So I'm not trying to persuade you all to not be healthy. I'm just giving you a heads up.
There are things that you enjoy now that the healthier you get, the harder it is to do those things because it hurts. It hurts.
But then your enjoyments change. I mean, now like my favorite thing is just going to the gym and working out.
Well, yeah, your enjoyments change and things you take pride in change, right? So instead of, oh, hey, I can take down a 12-pack, it's, hey, did you see my 6-pack abs I got at all times of the day, no matter when? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Do you see my arm muscles?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It's
everyone on Instagram did.
They did. Things change, and I want to say it's typically for the better.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know how many people would say, like, you can, if you don't have a 6-pack, right? If you do not have a 6-pack, okay, you would say, oh, I don't need a 6-pack. Dude, why don't you go ahead and get yourself a 6-pack? Why don't you challenge yourself, go get yourself a 6-pack? Then watch that thing disappear. And I promise you, you will say, hey, it was a lot fucking cooler when I had a 6-pack. A lot cooler when I had one.
And how much easier is it to make your 6-pack disappear than to get it?
Holy dude!
It took
years.
1 month for Sean to lose his 6-pack, and it took you 3 months to get it back.
Oh, to get it back. To get it though, right?
To get it.
A
oh yeah, it took
six-pack?
forever.
Oh my, years and years and years and years and years because I was powerlifting and I was weightlifting and I wasn't following a good healthy diet for years and years and years and years. Finally, when I figured out what a diet was, I bet you when I figured out what a diet was, I was already in a pretty good space. Figured out what a diet was, I bet you I had abs in 3 months.
I mean, that was when we were intermittent fasting.
Yeah, as soon as I learned how to, I shouldn't say that. I had a good idea of how to diet. I didn't follow one. As soon as I started intermittent fasting and following a diet, and the diet I was following was the vertical diet by Stan Efferding. Once I started following the vertical diet
Then
and
Sean
intermittent
got hot.
fasting, 3 months, 40 pounds gone, 6-pack abs, and I have pretty much had abs for the past 5 years.
Pretty close.
Four and a half. For the past 4.5 years, yeah, I would say
4.5 years. Cause
about 4.5 years I've had abs, and
Yeah.
let me tell you, one time I lost it. It took 1 month to lose it, and it actually only took 1 month to get it back.
No, it took 2.
2 months to get it back?
It took 2 months to get it back.
Dude, how much did I train?
Sean trained, I think it came out to be more than
The days.
Yeah. Because Sean was doing like 2-a-day workouts.
Yeah, no, so I started eating just shit tons of garbage.
Cookies. Sean's mom moved in.
Yep.
And she makes these crazy ass
There was like 26
platters.
different cookie platters.
It was 32, remember?
32,
She
30,
found a
yeah,
couple
32
more.
different like baked goods. And so I tried every single one.
And not just one of every single one.
Oh, a lot of them. And so I lost. It took 1 month to lose my abs.
All from sugar.
All from sugar. 2 months to get it back. I trained over 31 days in January following the holiday season. My diet, I did not have a cheat. Like
I think our only cheat was we went to Vegas.
Yep.
But we were still very healthy while we were there.
Yeah.
Because we got sandwich meat. Yeah, because we had sandwiches.
Yep.
So that was the only issue, is the carbs from the bread.
No, we didn't have bread. We had tortilla shells.
That's right. We had tortilla shells. And then we got rice and those chicken things in a can.
Like the cans of chicken. Dude, I'm telling you, when I lost my abs, dude, it was like the end of the world.
Yeah, I think by the end of January, you had like the slight outline again, but it wasn't like your true abs. It took 2 months, yeah.
Yeah, and then 2 months it was back, and I was like, I will not lose you again, good friends.
So that goes to show how eating sugar improperly, even while you're working out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because I was still worked out all through December. I still kept my normal, 3 days a week and stuff. Because I only train, 3 days a week. But now I started doing
yeah, because that's when you started MMA,
yeah. So I started doing MMA and stuff now. So I do a lot more. But usually I only strength train 3 days a week. And so that's why I was only training 3 days a week, eating sugar improperly. And holy man.
Should that be my first 6 month challenge?
What's that?
See if I can get abs.
You can definitely do that. That's going to be a chore.
I know, especially with the wedding in there.
Dude, getting abs is so...
It's going to be...
it's hard.
It's going to be so much harder for me, too.
Oh, yeah, because you're a woman.
100%.
Estrogen, body fat. Oh, my God.
We'll try it.
Dude, let me tell you what, folks. You go to the store, you get yourself a 6-pack abs. And let me tell you what, dude, you will not want to see those things go bye-bye. I am telling you.
I'm going to not let you get me pregnant.
Dude, you won't want to. You bet. Fuck, no, I got abs, bro.
Yeah. I can't be like my sister-in-law. Remember my sister-in-law, her and my brother tried for a baby for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And, my sister-in-law was in great shape. She was working out a lot. She just got an outline of her 6-pack abs, found out she was pregnant.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I don't know, but then you look at Mike O'Hearn, Mike O'Trent and his wife, and their kid, and she was a smoke show. Abs, had a kid, she had abs again within a month.
My only worry about getting a 6-pack is sometimes when you get pregnant, they separate. It's like a huge medical condition.
Interesting.
But it's from people that are so fit. But yeah, you're it literally breaks the middle part of your abs.
So, okay, so that is a potential, right? But also, how fast do fit people bounce back?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's usually you work out until you birth. 2 to 3 months later, you're back to where you were at.
Yeah,
maybe some stretch marks.
I don't think you can do strength training for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, following.
Yeah.
Following, yeah, you got to keep it light, right?
Yeah, but you can do cardio.
Yeah. But yeah, up until the baby pops, you can work out.
Yeah.
I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not a doctor.
Only if you you can only work out if you worked out before.
That's what they recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, because your body's used to it, so it's not going to affect anything.
Yeah.
But you can't start working out once you get pregnant. That's just not a good thing.
We're not doctors. We're not giving medical advice. That's just what we've heard. Who knows, right?
I mean, I've seen lots of very fit people work out all throughout their pregnancy. One lady was 41 weeks and was still working out, squatting 135 pounds.
But we're not giving medical advice.
No, yeah. Listen to your doctors.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I'll try it.
Getting abs?
Yeah.
Getting abs is fun. Getting abs is real fun.
I wanted them for the wedding, but so much shit happened in the past couple months.
It makes you real. You're gonna be super let down if you think you're gonna get abs in a couple months.
No, I know I'm not gonna get them.
Just about anybody.
I know I'm not gonna get them by the time the wedding happens.
No, I'm saying even if you want to do it a few months ago, you would just get super disappointed. it's a process. Especially for women, their body fat's like typically double a man's.
Yeah. I got my boobs in my butt.
Yeah, and estrogen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do kind of want to get my like estrogen and testosterone tested sometime. I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, you gonna let someone stick you with a needle in the vein?
Valid.
Sam's afraid of needles.
I just, you would have to drive me.
You would pass out.
You would just have to drive me.
Dude, oh my God.
I've had to give blood before.
Yeah.
The worst part is having to drive afterwards.
You want to know the best part of giving blood? Donating blood in particular?
Oh, the snackies they give you afterwards?
The snackies.
Okay, we gotta
Did I
stop.
tell you what? One time I got milked and I had high blood pressure at the time. Hot damn, dude. I sit down and it's like, what, a quarter blood or whatever? The bag?
I don't know.
Dude, they fucking milked me. It
So
was
fast.
Like, it was like 5 minutes. And they're like, whoa, that was quick. And I'm like, yeah, I feel fucking drained. Like, usually I can donate blood, no problem, whatever. I, like, felt white. Like, I could feel my skin, like, pale. And they're like, are you okay? I'm like, can I get some water? Like, I can't stand up. And they just fucking milked me.
Okay,
but
we gotta stop.
Ever since then, I've had my blood pressure, like, under control. And I donate frequent enough that my red blood cell count doesn't get too high. So that, like, when I donate now, I don't have that issue.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah. So, guys, what I did there, for when the video comes out, I just wanted to show the audience. Sam's over here talking about donating blood, and I just talk about, all I have to do is talk about my experience, and she's about ready to pass out. So I just wanted the audience to see that.
Also, it's not donating blood. It's like getting your blood tested. That's a lot less blood I have to give than donating.
It's a lot less blood.
But, okay, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Yeah. I'm gonna die.
I love that shit.
Okay.
Love it.
Anything else you got about supplements for working out?
I mean, there's other supplements in a dark rabbit trail folks could go down in regards to supplements, but we don't have to enter that trail today.
Not today, at least.
Yeah. So that's what I got about supplements. They're phenomenal.
If you use them right.
I think they're a great thing to add. But diet is going to be key. And typically for a diet, I'll just say a quick outline of what. So the vertical diet is what I followed the majority of my life. And what that rough outline looks like, just for people, more protein than carbs or fat. So you want a high protein diet. Meat, you want a lot of red meat, because red meat helps with red meat gives you good cholesterol, and it
contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, if you're gonna fucking comment or whatever and say, oh, red meat gives you bad or high cholesterol and high blood pressure, and it's bad for you this and that, why don't you go kill yourself and do some research? So it's a lot of red meat, which is great for you, helps raise testosterone. And then some fats, you do eat some fats, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, we have a handful of nuts a day.
Yeah, and what isn't on the diet, but we also eat, is peanut butter, because we like peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then carbs, you pretty much stay away from all carbs except for jasmine rice.
Yep. Jasmine rice is your main source of carbs.
You can add in some potatoes, sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. But that's your carbs. So you've got red meat. We do eat some fish. We have chicken thighs, because chicken thighs are high in fat. It's better for you. Mm-hmm. Good natural animal fat is good for you. And that's kind of our three proteins most of the time.
Yeah, we do occasionally eat red meat, steak, duh.
Yeah, we eat steak. Yeah. Steak, beef. Yeah.
I have to say, it's a very good diet for women, especially because with all the red meat, you're getting lots of iron.
Yes.
Which is very, very crucial for women. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times they're we are anemic.
Because you're bleeding. You're bleeding a lot.
We bleed once a month. Even like with how much red meat Shaun and I... Oh, we forgot about vitamins.
Oh, vitamins.
With how much red meat Shaun and I eat, I still have to take an iron supplement during my menstrual period.
Yeah.
Because that's just how women are.
And we eat a minimum of 1 meal a day as red meat, up to 3 meals a day red meat.
Yeah. Lately, we've been slacking on brekkie.
Yeah, we have. And eggs for protein. But keep in mind, gang, I'm 200 pounds. My blood pressure is like 114/70.
But it's taken, a while to get back down there.
Oh, absolutely. I donate blood once every 6 months. And that's even on a TRT, which also helps raise, also can contribute to raising blood pressure and red blood cell count and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't have that issue because, contrary to belief, red meat and shit ain't bad for you.
Yeah. We do get our beef that we get is 80/20.
85/15.
85/15.
So it's not even the leanest meat. But.
Yeah. But we don't get the fattiest. But we also get our stuff straight from butcher.
Yep.
So it has a lot less fillers, and it's just so much better to eat.
Oh, if you can get your meat direct from a butcher,
yep.
a butcher shop, way better for you. Less fillers, things like that. 100%. Longer shelf life.
Yeah. Let's talk about vitamins quick.
Yeah, vitamins. We, depending on the week, we used to eat a lot of peppers, spinach, carrots. That's part of the vertical diet. We used to eat a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then we did a lot of mixed vegetables, green beans, peas, broccoli, stuff like that. But I also a lot of times we also just
we just don't eat any vegetables.
We just eat meat and rice.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
With some cheese.
And some cheese. And so that vitamins are good to supplement because we do not get nutrients from. You have to eat a lot of stuff, a lot of different things that can cost a lot.
To get all the nutrients.
To get all the nutrients. Or you can take a multivitamin.
Yeah. So Shaun and I both take a multivitamin.
Yep. Fish oil.
I only honestly take 3. My multivitamin, I guess 4 when I have to take my iron.
Yeah.
We both take a vitamin D. It's really good for your immune health. And it's really good for people in the northern states because we lack vitamin D in the winter.
Yep.
So it keeps you happier and motivated. And then I also take, I don't know what it actually is, but it's like a skin, hair, and nails. It's a certain type of vitamin. I don't remember what it is. But I've been taking that because my nails have been very they just break a lot, brittle. So it just makes them less brittle. Shaun takes a lot other shit though.
Yeah, so I do multivitamin, I do fish oil, magnesium, potassium, vitamin D, and depending on where I'm at in life, a liver support, and milk thistle.
But if you take those extra ones, make sure to look at how much there is in the multivitamin because it is really bad for your body if you take too much. So right now there's a lot of illnesses around us, so we're also taking a zinc and vitamin C supplement. I
do not vitamin C supplement.
There's vitamin C in the zinc.
Oh, okay.
With the zinc,
okay.
Yeah, they're together. But if you take too much vitamin C, you can actually get kidney stones.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely be very careful of that because I only take my vitamins I think every other day. But if you're taking those, make sure you drink lots of water because you will have an excess in your body and it's not good for your body to have those just stored in your. I don't know where they store actually.
Yeah, with supplements, you drink water. I drink a gallon of water minimum every day.
I drink about 80 ounces.
Yeah.
And honestly, okay, Shaun's gonna make fun of me for this, but that's okay. Before, God, I think I've been doing it for about a month and a half now. I honestly would probably only drink 40 ounces of water a day, which I know is bad. I know. And ever since I started drinking more water. Because I used to have these like slight side pains every once in a while.
Oh, Jesus.
And now since I've drinking 80 ounces of water a day, I don't have those anymore.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like water's good for you.
Water's good for you. So I had pancreatitis, right? If I drink too much coffee, because coffee also inhibits digestion. Mm-hmm. If I drink too much coffee and not enough water, I will feel my pancreas flaring up.
Like to this day?
To this day. And so I'm like, if I feel it, I'm like, oh, I drank too much coffee for the day, and I start slamming water. Within like 30 minutes to an hour, I feel it clear out.
Yeah.
And so I just drink a gallon of water a day, and I'm very conscious with my coffee now. I drink anywhere from 1 to 3 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah.
If I'm out doing a lot of stuff, I might drink 4 cups of coffee a day, but I'll also equivalently drink water to like make up for it. I don't play those games.
Yeah. Lastly, I will highly suggest to not take any probiotics.
Yeah.
A lot of people do say they're really good for you and blah, 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 blah. Unless if your doctor recommends it, which even then it's still sketchy to me. They're not proven to help. And I actually, because I studied microbiology and all that stuff, and we had some people in my like classes that like were mentioning how their friends, like one girl, it like burned a hole in her stomach.
Yeah.
Another girl, it really fucked up her gastrointestines. They can be very dangerous for you. Mm-hmm. And like, I mean, vitamins can be if you take too much, to be honest.
Absolutely, they can.
Yeah.
Anything can.
Yeah, but probiotics for sure, even if you don't take too much of it, they really can fuck up your body.
Yeah. With that, what you said, your doctor may recommend it. I highly recommend whatever you do, you research it. I've had doctors tell me things that are blatantly lies, and I have called them out to their face, and I said, "You just lied to me," and they're like, "Yeah, but," and I'm like, "No buts. You just lied to me for your own narrative."
Yeah.
And Sam's seen it firsthand.
I did.
My brother's been there when I've done it, and he's seen it firsthand. Doctors will lie to you to push a narrative.
Yeah.
And so whatever your doctor recommends, or not recommend, I highly recommend you to research these things yourself, whatever it may be, to become an expert on it. And so you know what you're putting in your body. Mm-hmm. There was a point in time where I spent way more time researching things I put into my body than I did doing schoolwork.
Than anything
else. Than
else.
I did working. Mm-hmm. Anything else. Because I wanted to make sure what I was doing, I wanted to know all the pros, all the cons, and I wanted to be able to back it up.
And try and like look on forums too of like real people telling you these things.
Oh, dude. That's like buying a car and just going and looking at the review. Oh, it's got a 4.8 review. Then you go into the forums and it says, oh, yeah, what it doesn't say in the review is that this happens with almost every model. This happens. Yeah. Read forums from first-hand accounts. Mm-hmm.
So like
crucial.
And like Shaun and I like chose our vitamins based on like what we each needed personally. So like my multivitamin is pretty much has enough of everything in it that I don't need all the stuff that Shaun has. Besides vitamin D and the hair, skin, nail thing.
Yeah, I also do a lot of like my activity level. I would say I burn a significant amount more than you.
Yeah.
So I do other things to help combat muscle cramps. That's the potassium, magnesium, things like that. Liver support for other reasons that we can talk about in further episodes.
Yeah.
And so those things like I take for a different reason. Fish oil is just good for like heart health and stuff.
Yeah, isn't it though like 1 in every like 1,000 pills is poisonous for you or something?
Yeah, it's rancid. Fuck them, dude.
Yeah, but it only gives you like a stomach ache, doesn't it?
Yeah, it like bloats you. It's a little.
Yeah.
Dude,
anyway, sorry.
Dude, I bet you I've taken. I've taken probably 3,000 fish oil pills in my life.
And you never had any issues, have you?
Yeah, fish oil burps. whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have had a rancid one and got a stomach ache. I don't know.
Right. But yeah, I mean, just do your research on if you need it or not. Women, I highly suggest taking an iron pill while you are on your period.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I only take 2, I think, that week. Yeah, I only take 2, and that's plenty enough for me.
Yeah. Especially if you're eating red meat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not eating as much red meat, I'd highly take more. But yeah, do your research on it, honestly.
Everything.
For everything.
If you get advice from a financial advisor, go fucking research it, dude. I bet you're going to find some shit you didn't like.
I mean, yeah, this is just what we do. What works for us. What works for us isn't going to work for everyone, obviously.
No, absolutely. And, dude, we've saw this. Blood type diets.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't know if this shit's up a creek, but there's such a thing called blood type diets. And I have read things about it where it says it's real, and I've read posts and shit and peer reviewed. What's it called when it's actually published? Published peer reviewed. What is it?
A peer reviewed published article.
Yeah. And I've read those, and it's like, no, this is fucking hog water. And I'm like, okay, so I've read them both.
I've seen the negative things I've seen is that people think of them as weight loss diets. So like when you and I think of diets, we think of just like the type of foods you eat. We don't think it as like,
oh yeah, a diet is not for losing weight. I did not make that clear. I hope you listened to this whole podcast. A diet is not to lose weight. A diet is just a type of way to eat.
Yeah.
That's it. Sam and I have been on diets where I've gained 20 pounds on a diet.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we think of them as like food types.
Oh, we should have clarified that way early on. I'm sorry, people.
But so yes, that was the one thing I saw negative about the blood type diets. But Shaun and I are both O blood.
Yep.
Both O positive.
Yep.
And literally everything that's on the food list of like what O type bloods should eat is what we eat.
It's like what we eat and what we can eat without feeling bad.
Yeah, and it tells you like neutrals and negatives, and literally everything on the negative list, we're like, oh my god, yeah, those make us feel like shit.
But then you go through and you read like A, B,
Yeah,
A blood,
yeah,
B blood, things like that. And dude, there is different stuff. And I'm not exactly sure what blood type my brother is, but I will talk to him and I'll be like, hey, can you eat this or can you eat that? And he's like, oh, absolutely. And I'm like, how do you feel afterwards? Oh, I feel fine.
Yeah, like pizza. He feels fine after pizza. Shaun and I can't do it.
I can't function. I can't like walk. I'm like dead.
Yeah. Because your mom's like a...
Yeah, she's a positive, I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so like I said, I've seen articles and peer-reviewed studies that say it is valid, and I've seen them also that say they are not valid. So it could go either way. I'm not sure. All I know is from reviewing the lists, I go, holy shit, that is like
it's 100% accurate.
I'd say it's like 95% accurate, but it's so accurate.
I think it's closer now because remember, like we're like, oh, cheese like doesn't fuck us up that bad,
Cheese
and then the other day just fucked us up.
Bro, we still eat it, dude. I know that if I quit eating as much cheese, my acne flares go down significantly.
I don't know though, because we've only been having cheese on our meals lately.
It's still cheese and yogurt. We have yogurt too.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of yogurt.
Yeah, so I like.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I got bad acne, which I have. I have it bad, and I've always had it bad. I know some things that flare it up worse, and some things that help it come down. And one of them is lactose, big time.
Yeah.
But yogurt and cheese.
It's like a staple in our lives.
It's a fucking weak spot for me, and I accept the negative consequences of them.
Now that we're talking about this stuff, I'm so thankful that you and I have very similar, I mean, like, we have the similar blood type, but, like, the types of food that we eat, like...
Oh, yeah.
We feel the same way with everything.
Oh, how bad would it be if you felt good from eating pizza and I didn't? I don't have the self-control. I would eat pizza all the time.
Right.
I would die.
The fact of, like, all of our meals we would have to just make on our own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what, like, Shaun's mom... because, like, we meal prep all of our food together. And she's even said, like, there's times when, like, our meals don't make her feel good. And we're just like, because you need to make your own, like, meals.
Oh, your own shit. Like, there are things her blood type maybe is more receptive to.
Yeah.
If it's real. If it's real. I'm not saying it's real.
Right. But, I mean, we've noticed in our own household, like, she
100%.
definitely gets affected differently from certain foods than we do.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But, yeah, look into all that stuff, guys. It's really interesting.
Oh, it's so fun.
I mean, I honestly expected this podcast to only be half an hour, and it is an hour long.
Dude,
so.
I'm telling you, supplementation in every form and level of supplementation, diets in every form, and like exercise regimens. I bet you I've spent a quarter of my life thus far from 14 till now learning about that.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you I spent a quarter of my life learning about that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I'm by no means a professional at it. I by no means have wealths of knowledge about it, I feel. Compared, like, some of the people I research and read that are in that space full time, their knowledge is insane. Stan Efferding, if you want to learn some shit, holy man, go watch Stan Efferding.
Is he the creator of Vertical Diet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You should buy the Vertical Diet, guys.
God, it's $100. Wow, is it a wealth of knowledge. That was one of the best $100 I've ever spent in my life.
The one nice thing about it is if you do buy it, you get the updates.
Yeah, so he updates it every year or 2 years he updates it.
Yeah, and he just updated it with like a whole bunch of like different things in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like a diabetic diet or something.
Yeah, all sorts of good stuff. And you get every update once you buy it. And so, Stan Efferding, wow, what a wealth of knowledge that guy is. And Chris Duffin also has a lot of good knowledge, but he's very big into the entrepreneurship space. That if you follow him and look at his stuff, you'll see a lot of like life stuff. In comparison to Stan, you see a lot more fitness stuff. But Chris has got just a great amount of knowledge too. Chris Duffin. Oh, and Mark Bell. Holy shit, follow Mark Bell. Oh, phenomenal.
Maybe someday we'll do a podcast about, what is it, a bigger, faster, stronger? What's
Bigger, stronger, faster, I believe.
I was so close.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk
Bigger,
about
faster, stronger is a brand. Bigger, stronger, faster is the movie, I believe.
Okay, whatever. Someday we'll talk about that, maybe.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Dude, I tell you what, this topic, we don't talk about it much.
We don't because we don't need to. Because we've already...
Oh, you and I don't talk about it, but like on our podcast and stuff, like we talk about, we'll like reference lifting or diet. But this topic, health and fitness, I have strayed away from it quite a bit as I've become more into the entrepreneur space. But it's still something, boy, I'm really passionate about.
Yeah, I guess I just thought that everyone knew everything that like we talk about with that. Right, because like real estate is like something like only a certain amount of people know. I guess I don't think about the fact that people don't know a lot about like eating healthy and like supplements and stuff like that. Like,
they do not.
It just doesn't. It's not one of those things that comes to my mind that people don't know about.
It's like everything else. You have to research it and you have to try it, right? Like if you don't try it for yourself, you don't know what's good or not good. It's for yourself, you know.
And I mean, it's been a learning experience for us, but we've been doing it for 4.5 years now. That we have it pretty dialed down.
The diet stuff.
Yeah.
The diet stuff, yeah. Training I've been doing for a little over 12 years now.
Right, yeah, you.
Yeah.
But the diet stuff, yeah, I mean, it's been a learning experience for us. Like, we've had some things that don't make us feel great, so we don't include those anymore.
Absolutely. And compost. God damn, we gotta have a podcast someday about our stuff. But anyhow, gang, I hope you love this. I love this shit so god dang much, and we'll have more goodies to come.
Do you want to do a talk or a tutor about that?
Probably a talk, because it's not tutoring at all.
We could do it for Friday.
We could. All right, gang. Well, I hope you enjoyed this thoroughly. Get out there and research for your own personal self. I know that I'm not going to say the blood type thing is a thing, but if you know your blood type, or you can find your blood type out, boy, I think that'll help you a lot.
Yeah, just try it. I mean, like that is just certain types of food you eat. It's not that, it's not going to kill you if you overdo it.
No, not at all. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next Friday.
See ya.